Hi there, karibu tukuze matunda and welcome back to this channel. Today I want to quickly just show you how we top dress our young Hass avocado seedlings. I know in the past I've posted a video on how we top dress our tree tomatoes because in this orchard, if you look around, you can see some tree tomatoes, but we have intercropped them with these young Hass seedlings. This tree is barely 3 months old, and as you can see the green flash. You see those young shoots that clearly shows that the tree has taken off. This means that the roots are now established and the tree is already feeding on what is provided to it. Maybe something else that you need to note is that because the rains have just started, and on the onset of the long rains, it's always good for you to top dress your trees so that as the rains come, then your trees can take advantage and have a lot of growth during this rainy season. So if you look down there, you can see that yellow button, and this is our irrigation pipe. So the only reason why this tree has survived and has thrived, yet we are just coming from an extended dry season, is because we've been irrigating it. Yeah, see that button, emitter or dripper if you like, and water has been serving this tree with water. The other thing you might need to ask is why the stem has some white paint. That's how when you're buying these seedlings, I've mentioned in the past, these seedlings were acquired from Kakuzi PLC. They do paint them with a water-based paint to avoid a scorching of the stem by the hot sun. So basically it's to protect the tree from the elements. So ideally what we are doing, because when we planted this tree we did use some well-composed goat manure, and now we want to give it a boost, and we do have a special fertilizer here. On this channel I don't endorse specific products, but on this particular one I'm using the Yara avocado program because I'll always get questions of which fertilizers do you use. So if you go to Yara website, Yara is a company that manufactures fertilizers and agrochemicals, just to mention. If you go to their website, you should be able to see an avocado program with recommended quantities of fertilizers and the types of fertilizers that they recommend. So on this particular one, we are just top dressing with Yara Mila Winner. So there's a specific product, and I've just mentioned it. I'm not endorsing Yara, but for those who will be asking, I find their products very effective. I've used them before, and yeah, we've noted a difference when we use their products and many other products that are provided there. So they recommend Yara Mila Winner as the right product to top dress your seedlings at this particular stage. So I'll just be demonstrating on how we do add or on how we do add the fertilizer. So allow me, because I'm using one hand, if I'm not so clear, then I'll try and capture everything maybe in my other write-up. So on this particular tree, you can see we had already added some mulch, and so I'm trying to remove the mulch so that we can get some space where we are going to, you know, top dress with our fertilizer. And as you can see, the ground is very moist. We've just been receiving some rains, so but besides, we've also been irrigating our plants. So what I'm trying to do is I'm excavating like just a small is it a trench all around the tree, right? And one thing that I will tell you, if you do grow trees, it is always good not to add fertilizers next to, you know, the fertilizers that you add. It's not recommended that the fertilizer touches the base, or rather the tree, because what happens is that if it does that, then there's something called scorching, or rather, if I use simple English, the tree will burn. That's a direct translation from my mother tongue. In Swahili we say mti itaungua. So if the tree, if the stem comes into contact with the fertilizer, then it's likely to, you know, to be destroyed. So once you have your trench ready, then all around you can see the fertilizer. Make sure that I don't know how you measure, but they recommend I think 350 grams per tree, because they're at this particular stage. We do measure with our eyes, and we know that that is sufficient fertilizer. And as you can see, after that, then we ensure that we cover the fertilizer. I've always said that if you're that kind of a farmer who leaves your fertilizer exposed after you've top dressed your tree, then majority of that fertilizer does not help the tree. So after we've done that, of course, we return our mulch all around, and we leave it to God and nature, right, to do its job. So you can see our mulch is back. Make sure that the mulch is also not touching the stem. We want some aeration, and yeah, we are hoping that the rains will be coming maybe later in the night, but it also rained heavily last night, so our ground is wet. But should there be no rains, then we are going to, you know, just open our irrigation system, because once you irrigate the tree, once you top dress the tree, it's always good to make sure that it gets sufficient water. So thank you so much. Hope you've learned something. And remember to subscribe. We've noted that majority of our viewers don't. In fact, 86% of our subscribers, of our viewers are not subscribers. Remember to subscribe and leave us a comment. Oh, thank you. Bye.